And then this stuff on her face here, where she's got like the whiskers sticking out and everything. I just want to clean up her head. Can you lower her just a tad?
Lower?
Yeah. So I can reach the top of her head.
Amen.
Okay. Now, you know, again here, she does have some of this fine dead stuff on top here. So you can take your stone. And she's got a really pretty head. You can see how nice and level her top skull is. So if you were to take a clipper to, you know, especially a lot of your setters where they have the really, really high pronounced occiput, if you take a clipper, if they're all sunken in through here, and you take a clipper and take all that off, you can't fix it. You don't have any fill left. So I like to, even if you clip the sides of the face, I like to leave the top of the head natural and either use thinning shears or use the stone on it. And just this little bit right here with the stone, you can see this fuzzy, that's the discolored stuff that you want to take off. This is going to help to promote the good color and the good texture of her coat coming back in. She's such a good girl. If it's really thick and heavy, you can actually go in, you know, we see a lot of them that it doesn't grow as nice and flat as hers. And if you wanted to go in with your thinning shears, you would just very lightly top thin. I'm going to use the thinning shears just to blend the back of her head into her neck, to, you know, get rid of that wrinkle, and to just blend the where I stopped with the clipper line on her ear. So that's the only thing I really need to use the thinning shears for on the top of her head.
And you'll see when you look at them in the AKC book, or you know, any type of book that actually shows them stacked up, and you know, you're looking at their structure, you'll see this is pretty pronounced from the back of the skull here into the neck. So that's what Sue's showing off when she takes the thinning shears of that area.
Did you hear that thunder? Did you hear it? You gonna shake? She just has some little fuzzies in here. And I'd much rather just take those off with either your stone. You can really stone the fuzzies out of the muzzle. A lot of people forget that the muzzle is actually part of the grooming, and how much extra hair and dead stuff that you can actually get out of that little area right in here. But by stoning this in her cheeks, it's going to keep her cheeks nice and smooth. It's going to get out any of the fuzzy stuff. And basically I used the 7F just to get her whiskers off, but I didn't really take anything off of the length of her muzzle. Then the stone does sometimes tend to leave them, oh, that's what I'm looking for, leave them a little bit gritty. So I usually will use like a bristle brush like this one here. So if you are going to use a stone, just to kind of get, the stone doesn't really make them dirty, but just to kind of get some of that, any of the little gritties off, if you give them a little mist. And this actually kind of works nice on the whole coat. This stuff here, like I said, because it's been really broken, she's got a lot of wing and wave to it. And I would rather, it's because it's short right now and because the coat has been a little bit damaged. So rather than to do like what Jay had said not to do, don't go in there and try to neaten that up with thinning shears, because then it's always going to be like that. So once she gets a little bit of length to it, the weight of the coat will help for it to lie down a little bit better. So you know, that area there I would actually rather just leave on her. Okay, now I'm going to just work on this side.
I'm going to turn her around.
Right now I think she's okay because we can see both sides of her neck, but then I'll turn, I want to get to the body part.